Hello.
Hello,
I
can you
can't
see
believe.
me?
No.
No, sorry. I'm on an iPad. I've never done this on an iPad. I'm trying to... Hold on.
Continue,
Oh.
Sarah. You're fine.
No, it's Paula, not Sarah. Can't see me.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay.
I'm just
here
doing
we
my
go.
hair. Oystian,
I'm back now.
Yes, dear.
how are you?
Not good. This is my first day back in the gym after a month. I hurt my back and my knee in Vancouver, so first day back in the gym trying to get some work done.
That's good.
And I start additional physiotherapy on that next week, Thursday. So we'll see.
Oh, honey.
Getting old sucks. Y'all young people don't get old.
You can't run from it.
If you have a camera, everyone has to turn the camera on.
Okay.
Jamila's trying to trick us, unless she's
Yeah,
sat
yeah,
very
yeah.
still.
Yeah. I thought the same thing. I was like, is she on camera?
Good to see who everybody is, putting names to faces.
I've seen headshots of a lot of people. I've got them all saved on my laptop.
Alex, Cassie, come on, you gotta represent the Carolina Net tip for the camera.
How's everyone doing?
Hey, Alex.
Sorry, I was making mac and cheese.
Cassie, how's Bear doing?
Oh boy, he has been a handful today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's been.
Just to update everyone, I found a dog abandoned in the park, and Cassie is fostering him and is going to adopt him if no one turns up to him. So,
Is it a puppy?
mhm.
Be careful with that, because I did the same thing, and now my dog is 115 pounds.
Well, this is a Pomeranian, so I think she's good.
Oh. I had no idea. I was just like, oh, dog, so cute. Yeah, didn't realize. Okay, we'll just wait a
While we're
couple
waiting
minutes.
to start, Chanel, we heard you got married, honey, and didn't tell
I did.
nobody. You're asking for a butt whooping. Please
Oh.
share. We want to see pictures in the meantime. And Jordan, I want to hear about your World Cup experience, even though Jamaica didn't win.
Jordan, you can talk about the World Cup.
While Chanel gets her wedding pictures ready.
No.
Oh gosh, she's still blessing. She's still in honeymoon mode. Sarah, you see that? Her cheeks turn red.
It's 3:30 in the morning for me. Be kind.
World Cups come by every 4 years. Marriages don't, so Chanel has to go first.
Follow me on Instagram. I've got a few posts on there. No, it was great. It was the best day ever.
Chanel, be mindful of your time. Shall we get cracking?
Yeah. Okay. So let me share my screen real quick. Okay, so basically, we wanted to have this meeting just so that everyone could kind of touch base again, get to know us a little bit, ask questions, and then we'll go over a lot of information regarding Stars and Stripes, upcoming events, things that we kind of need to get done. And hopefully, after you've heard everything, if you have any questions, we are happy to answer all the questions. So Let me. Here we go. Can everyone see my screen? Yeah. Okay. So first, meet Coach Jordan. Coach Jordan is going to give us a quick bio netball wise, and then there's going to be some information after that he will also share.
I feel like this picture is fake news.
Yes, yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's AI created. I know it for a fact. It is AI.
Fake news photo. That is actually a recent photo, but then I got a hair transplant. I look like Voldemort until end of the year. So, but yes, nice to see you all. A lot of you already have met, and I've spoken to or seen around the traps or saw in Vancouver. But yeah, I think in a nutshell, been playing since I was 8, umpired, and then coached. I actually was mentored by a couple of different mentors, but one of them that I actually went to the World Cup with, Liz White. She is the most successful state league coach in Queensland. I mean, Cougars win pretty much every year. And a fun fact, I was starstruck when I bumped into Nolene Taurua from the Silver Ferns. So I went up and asked for a photo, and Liz came with me. And she said, we were just talking, because Nolene, by the way, is the nicest person I've ever met, just lovely person. And I introduced Liz, and she said, wait, you're Liz White? I've heard so much about you, and started talking to Liz. And then we all went to go get our bags from the carousel, and she came up and she's like, oh, is it okay if I get a photo with you, please, Liz? So she asked Liz for a photo. So I was like shocked. I was like, actually, Nolene, I'll take it for you. So yeah, Liz is like a silent achiever. She was an Australian Diamond for many years. I admire her greatly. And yeah, hope to bring a lot of passion and enthusiasm for the game to all of you, and to impart but not impose some of the knowledge that I have. Hopefully get something out of it. Oh, fun info. Do I talk to this? South African? Yes. So not many people know because of my accent that I'm South African. So I just spent 2 weeks with my father, who I've been seeing since 2009. He still lives there. Live in Santa Monica, maybe for a little longer. Not sure how long. We'll see. Favorite food are porky ribs and donut flavored ice cream with the chunks of donut. Yes, love it. I have 2 Spanx. One is named Franklin Montgomery Bean, and the other one is named Jackson Lee Miller. And Jackson Lee Miller, because I love Abby Lee Miller. And so maybe you'll see a bit of that in my coaching style. I think I alluded to that with Natasha. I love Abby Lee, but I probably wouldn't talk to young women like that. And then my favorite quote is, if you walk around with a hammer, everything looks like a nail. And to really think about whether you need to correct things or you need to let it run. Yeah, I've moved a million times in my life, so I don't like to let the grass grow long under my feet. I normally move around, but staying in the US for the long, long future.
Thank you,
That's
Jordan. I also like Abby Lee Miller, so that's a good one. Okay, so now I want to introduce Paula. Paula, if you want to give a quick bio about yourself.
Hi, everybody. I'm scared now, Jordan, that you really like Abby Lee Miller. I picture you shouting at me and telling me I'm at the bottom of the pyramid. You're going to do that, right? Thanks. After training, you're at the bottom of the pyramid. Thank you. Just to add to Jordan, obviously I'm English. I know some of you met me on the previous call. Recently moved to the States in about March. I played from the age of 11. Clearly do not play anymore, but I've been coaching now for, I don't know, God knows, I mean, it's 15 odd years. I'm a level 2 coach in the UK and a B umpire. I've umpired at quite a reasonable level. I've coached for years and I absolutely love it. Been involved at regional level in the UK and performance level in the England Netball Pathway and at Team Bath, if you ever heard of them, but mainly in the academies, so this sort of under 18s. I'm really excited to be working with you guys and Jordan, actually. Really looking forward to that. Hope we can learn from each other, and I can learn from you guys as we go along. So you see, I'm from England. I was born in Cornwall, if anyone's ever heard of that. Currently living just outside of DC. I love Heinz baked beans on toast, again, if you're not English. I don't know, Sarah, does that mean anything to you? thumbs up or down. Heinz beans on toast. My favorite food, yay. I love dolce de leche ice cream. I love it. And my favorite quote is, you focus on effort, not results. It's the same as we've talked about before. Focus on the process, not the outcome. I have no pets, really sad, isn't it? But my fun fact is I have been lucky enough to travel to 6 out of the 7 continents in the world. Antarctica, not yet. Not so sure if it's up there for me. And I'm really looking forward to meeting you all. Hopefully a lot of you in LA. And that's me. Thank you.
Thank you, Paula. So next I want to introduce Coach Sarah. Give yourself a little bio. Oh, you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I just want to say that's a very heavily photoshopped picture of me. So, hi everybody, my name's Sarah. I have a far less exciting background than either of the other 2 coaches, but I've been involved in netball for around 12 years, started off playing, then my daughter started playing, and so I just became the netball mom who umpired, coached, and just became a complete netty nerd, and I love it. I was involved in this program last year, and it was just a real privilege to just get to, first of all, meet netballers from all over the world, bring those different styles together, those different individuals, different sort of ethos, approaches, and as an umpire, having to umpire some of the styles that are around in the US has been really cool. So I'm really pleased to be part of this program. I'm not around so much the first couple of months because I've got a daughter moving to the UK and this, that, and the other, and family stuff. So, but I'll be fully up and running for the US Open and the Dubai tournament. And have you got my little bio?
Yeah, hold on. There we go.
Oh yeah, I'm still wanting to know who is Sexy G, because we've got somebody in the meeting who hasn't told us their name. So I'm a bit worried they might be an interloper. So Sexy G, if you don't tell us who you are, we'll have to ask you to leave. We'll have to kick you out the meeting.
It's Gavin.
So it is Gavin. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, my fun info. I'm from England, obviously, but currently live in Chicago. Although I'm currently in northern Michigan. This is not my house. So my current ice cream flavour is Mackinac Island Fudge. This is a new discovery this week. Favorite quote: "Nothing will work unless you do," because that for me is just about, as a player, my teammates would always say to me, I never ever stop working on court. I never give up. Even if we're 20 down, I'm still going to go and try and win every ball and just keep going on. And I've got a real big thing about people doing their job. You get on court and you do your job. So that's my favourite quote. My real favourite quote is "No troll left behind" from Trolls, but I didn't think anybody would get that. And then I've recently been on the news on Telemundo in the back of a kayak with Special Olympics athletes in Chicago. So that is me. Thank you, Chanel.
Thank you, coaches. And just to let everyone know, I've been with Netball America for a really, really long time, it feels like. And this is the first time we've had like such highly declarated coaches and dedicated coaches. So we're really, really lucky to have these 3 coaches to learn from this season. So I'm super excited. And I think we're going to do really, really well with these coaches leading us. So next, I'll introduce myself. I am Chanel. I'm helping with the coaching this year, but also I'm a strength and conditioning coach outside. So that's also kind of more of my forte outside of the netball world. But super excited to learn from these coaches and work with these coaches and work with all the athletes. I will be the assistant coach for the mix. So first time I've worked with mix, so super excited for that and to learn in that experience as well. So I'm originally from Lingfield, England, and I currently live in Frisco, Texas and Venice. I do part-time in Venice, part-time in Frisco because my husband works in Venice. My favorite food is sweet potato fries. My favorite ice cream flavor is cookie two-step, which is a combination between chocolate chip cookie dough and cookies and cream. So the best of both of those. I have a dog named Bear. He is the 115-pound dog I was talking about earlier, and he has really big floppy ears. My favorite quote is, "If you even dream of beating me, you better wake up and apologize." I've loved this quote since I was young. It's a Muhammad Ali quote, and I actually have it on like my wall in my gym, my house. So yeah, it's been my favorite. It's very motivating for me. And then my new fun fact is that I'm married to a professional footballer. That's kind of my new flex. Now I can say I'm married to him. So yeah, so that is the information on me. So next, I just want to point out a few of the seniors in our program. Amara's been in our program since, I believe, 2016. So she's been in the program a really long time. Won MVP at numerous US Opens, numerous tournaments we've been in. You've probably seen her competed internationally with the Netball America team, has been a captain for us for a long time as well. Taylor's been in the team, I think since I also started in 2017. Again, MVP at US Opens, amazing player, brings so much knowledge in the game, played in Australia at high level. So, and then there's also me. I've been with Netball America for a while. Fun fact, I'm out of the seniors in the team, I'm the only one that hasn't won MVP at US Open. So maybe one time. But I just wanted to point out these girls, just because they've been here for a long time. So if anybody has any questions, anybody needs someone to reach out to and they don't want to reach out to a coach or reach out to someone in the Netball America, these girls will be more than happy to help you. So they are advocates for us as well. So one thing that we really want to go over, and as we progress, is selecting team values that we follow that drive the team. These are just a list of a bunch of different ones, and we will select them. There is a link at the bottom of this page, but we can do this after. But this is just to kind of start the conversation, because I think it's really, really important. And us coaches have spoke about this. It's important to have core team values that drive the team so that everyone's on the same page, everyone's working towards the same goal, and we all have the same understanding, because it will only lead to more success. So this is something that we really, really look to do on the first sheet. So this is just the start of the conversation. We'll vote on 10, and then we'll have conversations about it, and then we'll get it back down to 5. And this is going to be the core team values for the Stars and Stripes program, the teams going into Dubai. It's really, really important for us to have a really strong foundation and build off of that. So I'll talk about the link again at the end, but just think about the values you hold as a player, but also the values you hold going into a team environment. This is obviously a team sport, so it's really, really good to have that going into competition, practice, and it only will enhance our performance. So this is something we really want to talk about and think about. So have a look at the link, the questionnaire, and then just answer on there, and then we'll continue this conversation. Coaches, do you have anything you want to comment on, just your experience with any core values, or why you think they're important in a team?
It's Sarah. My only comment would be to the players, if there's something that isn't on the list, then let us know and we can add it in.
Yeah,
this is a starter.
Yeah, on the questionnaire, there is on the bottom, there's one for other, and then you can put in, so if there is a value that isn't on here and it's in your top 10, definitely write it in, and then that will be something that we can talk about as well. Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Okay, so one thing I really want to talk about is the Stars and Stripes program. This year is looking a little bit different, so I just really want to explain and go over the details of this, because there are a lot of players that have been playing with Netball America the last season or a few seasons, and it looks a little bit different. So hopefully this answers a couple of different questions that we might have about the program going forward. So a few things that the Stars and Stripes program, can everyone hear me still? Yeah, okay. So it's a pathway to play internationally. It's a pathway and a resource to improve performance no matter what level you're at. And then also there's opportunities to play domestically. So to easily kind of explain it, I put it in this triangle. So previously whenever Netball America started, there wasn't a lot of netball in the US. And so often we would compete as a club team. But now the sport has grown so much and we have so many really good club teams in the US. That is our foundation for netball in the US. So previously, Netball America teams would, for example, put teams into the US Open as a club team, essentially. This year, it looks a little bit different because we have so many people and members that have their own club team. And previously, people would have to decide maybe or play for both. This year, we recommend, for instance, for the US Open, play for your club team. Netball America doesn't want to pull you away or divide you or make you have to make that decision. What the Stars and Stripes program is building off of the club netball level to get you to the international level, get you to the international opportunities. So that's why we will offer our training program. We'll hold everyone accountable. We'll hold trainings to enhance the performance because international opportunities are coming. And so if we can develop the game and develop individuals, this will get us to the international level. So in England, it's equivalent of when you trial for a regional team. You're not going to play with your regional team or the academies every single week or at tournaments. You will compete for your club team and then you'll go to the academies to enhance your performance for more opportunities down the line. So it's the bridging the gap between now we have our club team levels and then getting us to the international level. So for the US Open, if you have a club team, you will play for your club team. We will have a team, but the team that we have will be players that don't have a club team, which is obviously really important. We want all of our players to be able to play. So we will create a team from the players and our members that don't have a club team, but you will play for your club team. And then if not, if people don't have a club team, they will play for Netball America. Does anybody have any questions about this whilst we're on this right now? No? Okay, I will continue. So upcoming meeting, we have a meeting. It is my turn to do my presentation on Monday. We will put out more of the schedule for upcoming meetings, but the first one, let's focus on the first one that's coming. This is number 3, and I will be talking about performance. So this will include everything from injury prevention, what you need to put into your training programs to get ready for the US Open. I'll cover just everything performance, and then on here it says that we will complete a workout, but I'm going to be still in Italy, so it's going to be 3:30 in the morning when I do mine. So I don't think it's fair to my neighbors for me to be jumping around, but I will supply a workout. So if people want to do the workout at home, they are more than welcome, or at the gym, they're more than welcome to do that. But I just wanted to clear that up a little bit, that we won't be doing a live workout anymore because I'm in Italy, so my time will be off. But come to that, I hope to cover everything performance. Previously, I've been asked numerous questions about this stuff, so I'm super excited to talk about it. I love this. This is my passion, so super excited for that, and please join if you can. If not, we will definitely record it for everyone. So these are a few important dates. On the left-hand side, we have Stars and Stripes, which is everyone. There's only a few things that are slightly different for the Dubai teams. So we will be putting out workout packets for everyone on the 29th. The workout packets will include skills drills, agility drills, and then also workout programs. So same thing, covering injury prevention, workout, prehab, rehab, all those types of things. And then if anyone needs extra help, they're more than welcome to reach out to me, or if needs to modify anything or is struggling with a certain injury or whatever it is, you're more than welcome to reach out to me and I will help individuals with that. Or if there's something that you can't do for any reason, you can let us know and then we will modify it. We want to do workout check-ins for everybody. I think it's a really, really good way of holding everyone accountable, getting us ready, and making sure, again, it's holding us to a higher level, and so that we can make sure that we're pushing our performance. For the Dubai teams, for everyone, we will also be sending out video. I think one of the things that's really, really important when you want to enhance performance, take your performance to the next level is watching video. This is something I can admit as a player, I definitely have not done enough of. So when I have these amazing coaches talking about different players, different things, I lack in that area. And there is so much to be said for watching other players in your position, knowing other positions, and watching the best players perform, because it will only help us understand the game better. So for the Dubai teams, we will have check-ins for that too. We'll require feedback on that. Then we have La La Land. If you have not registered for La La Land and would like to play, we would love to have players. We already have 2 teams. We're almost at 3 teams. So playing time, if we have 3 teams, playing time, everyone will get playing time. It's a really, really fun tournament, really good opportunity. First time playing with each other, get to build that team chemistry. And then training on Sunday. This is the first training we're having in person. So it'll be super fun. Again, we have a high attendance rate for training. So it'll be a really good opportunity for us to play together, get to know each other, compete, and build that team chemistry. Also, I believe that we get to scrimmage with Santa Monica, which would be a really great experience as well. Then we are going to have an in-person training in October. We will also send out more information on that once we solidify time and place. Then US Open New Orleans, we are asking the Dubai teams to get there the day before to have an exhibition, potentially to have an exhibition game, if not a training. Again, if any of the Stars and Stripes players are there the day early, training will be held then too. And then the only difference on the Dubai team is the travel date is on the 29th to the 4th. Does anybody have any questions about these dates as of right now?
Chanel, I think we're asking people to get to New Orleans a little earlier than just the 3rd, right? Or
I believe the training, I think the goal is to get people there on maybe the 2nd and then have the training on the 3rd. I was told the 3rd originally, but I think the goal is to try and come in on the 2nd so that you're not flying into training or a game. Just obviously it's not ideal, but I will double check that, and then I will let everybody know just to make sure so everybody has enough notice.
Yeah,
and just
thanks.
on Dubai, the 29th is arrival in Dubai, not departure from the States.
Right. You
Because
have to,
the competition starts the next day and the flight's long, so you generally are flying overnight.
yes, so please, if you're flying to Dubai, take that into account. Okay, so you'll have to leave on the 28th because it's an overnight flight. Does anybody else have any questions on the dates or any of the check-ins or anything? I will also get to how we're going to do our check-ins on another slide. But
not a question. I think it's just an incorrect thingy. For the Star Stripe dates, you have September 29, La La Land and training.
oh, I think they're just off.
Yeah,
I'll fix that. Thanks, Shamil.
no problem.
Yeah, it should be bumped. It should be switched. Because the check-ins will be in the first Friday and the last Friday of every month. So that's just in the wrong order. Thank you.
And I guess for for those people that are going to Dubai, I mean, and Stars and Stripes, either or, really prioritize if you can. I know it's expensive to get around the countryside, but really prioritize the in-person stuff. Our time together is so valuable when we're in person. So if at all possible, you can make any of these times that are on this calendar the in-person stuff. It's just going to make things a whole lot easier for you to learn and get the most out of the program. So you get the most out of it as to what you put in. So it'd be really good if you can make it. If you can't, then it'd be really good for you to connect with one of the coaches and actually go over what we've gone over and see if you can do it at home or do it with your club team.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think in-person is going to make a huge difference. So if you can, please come to those because they really, really are beneficial. Does anybody else have any questions? Okay. So what we would like is for everyone to download this app. This is how we're going to track workouts. This year, we will be asking you to download the app, and then whenever we put out our packets, we will tell you the dates. Again, we'll remind you of the dates that you have to check in, and we'll give you the requirements for that week. It might be a 2-mile run in a certain amount of time. It might be a 3-mile run, and then we will hold you accountable. It's a really, really good way of doing something together. So obviously, like we've talked about, it's hard to get in person all the time because we're all over the country, but this will really allow you to be a little bit more motivated with your team. And then there's ways of us competing on there too, but also we're all working towards competing in La La Land. We're all working towards competing at the US Open. We're working towards Dubai or the next international tournament. So really, really try and hold yourself accountable to get these check-ins in. We will hold you accountable. But obviously, like, I think this is huge. This is a way of us making sure that we are still doing something together. So this will help make up a little bit of the difference where we don't get to be in person as well. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, so these are a few of the links. So I've sent these out. I just want to put them on here, and I can resend them out if anyone needs. But the first one is the registration for La La Land. So if you do want to play and you have not registered, that is the link right there. The second one is if you are coming to training, then just put it's just an attendance so that we know how many people, and we can make sure and plan our session accordingly to how many people we have and who we have coming in. And then that's the link for the team values. Make sure you do that. Again, it's going to be the foundation of how we play and all of our teams. So if you can, please do that as well. And then does anybody have any questions for me or for the coaches, or want to tell us a fun fact about themselves?
I just wanted to say this looks awesome, Chanel, and I'm really excited. So thank you all coaches for all the hard work you guys have put in so far. I'm really excited for us to get started.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tash, do you want to just tell people who you are as well?
Sure. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Natasha. I am Netball America president and also a player on the team. So I get to kind of hear things behind the scenes, and I'm working on a lot of other projects that Netball America does across the country with the members, the clubs, and the Be an Inspiration program. But I only get little updates, so it's really exciting to be a player and see the other side of this as well.
One thing sorry.
I was just gonna say, if anyone ever has any questions about things, like, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to chat.
So another thing I want to mention is Netball America are actively working on getting funding, so that we're getting a huge push for that. So I just want to make sure that everybody knows that, so it will help bring down costs. We're going to start launching a lot more on social media and everything like that. So if you do have questions about that, you're welcome to reach out by email, but I just want everyone to know that that is definitely in the works, and is definitely important for Netball America, just to make sure that as many people can utilize the opportunities as possible without the cost of things getting in the way. Does anybody else have any questions? In person, everybody is so like charismatic and loud, and on here
So quiet.
I know.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I have a question. I just wanted to know, since the next upcoming tournament or in person or training or whatever is gonna be for La La Land, like I know we're speaking about it, but like the hotel recommendation, do we have any of that yet?
So
or what's the?
I don't know that anybody is like staying in one hotel. I personally have not booked a hotel yet, but in Carson is where the tournament is, and then Santa Monica is where the training is. So the middle is around the airport. Again, it's personal preference. If you want to stay closer to where training is, or if you want to stay closer to the tournament, but just bear in mind the travel between it, I think it's like 40 minutes, 35 minutes. So you have to factor in transport, stuff like that. I believe from LAX, it's 25 to Carson and then 20 to Santa Monica, or vice versa. I've been Google Maps. But no, like we still haven't decided, like there isn't one hotel. What we can do is I can look up a few hotels and like put out things, or if anybody is staying in a hotel or does have any recommendations that they would like to share, it would be smart if a lot of us were in sort of the similar place, so that maybe we can share rides or work out transportation.
Yeah, that's what
that
I was
way.
thinking. Right. I was just really asking if Santa Monica put anything out as well. If we haven't found anything. So that's what I was asking. But got you. We'll work on it.
Jordan, you live there?
Yeah. I mean, what Chanel said is a spot on. Personally, I wouldn't stay in Carson because there's nothing out there, and it's quite hot. It's bloody hot, and it's hard to get out there. So personally, I wouldn't stay there, but then I'm biased because I live near Santa Monica. So maybe that's just my bias, but I think it depends. If you're out here, you're close to the airport. If you're in Carson, you're closer to, kind of a big day in the sun. So it might be nice to get back easier. It's truly up to you. I don't think there is like a best scenario here, because we are unfortunately on both opposite sides. So Carson's over here and Santa Monica's over here where we're going to be training. So you could pick the middle if you wanted to just do a quick fly in, fly out and get an airport hotel. But if you're going to stay and do a little bit of sightseeing, then Santa Monica is probably a better bet than Carson. If you're truly just coming for the netball, then an airport hotel one would probably be quite cheap, and two, it'd be central to both locations. That's my top tip. And also don't fly out like within a second of training. I think we booked the courts from 9 to like 12 or 1, or 9 to 1, I think.
Yeah.
So please don't have a flight that leaves at 1:30, because we need to make the most of that time as much as we can. And I can tell you, judging from my trainings, even on a Saturday, we get kicked off those courts. Like the guy comes in and yells at us every Saturday to get off, because we use up every last minute, and sometimes he forgets for 5 minutes and we use those 5 minutes. So we will use every last minute. So please stay as long as you can.
Gotcha. Okay, I have a question. This is Brian from Chicago.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. So the Dubai tournament in November and December, is that an outdoor tournament or is that indoors? I was doing
Outdoor.
Outdoors.
I thought it was outdoors.
Outdoors.
Yeah. And then is the LA tournament, that's outdoors as well, I
Yeah.
believe. Is that,
Yeah.
Okay.
So bring sunscreen.
Okay.
And
Yeah. Practice your
Dubai
shooting.
one- the Dubai one, I've heard that isn't all that bad. It's pretty shaded, and it's in more of like a colder time of year for Dubai.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, Carson, Lala, Chanel will attest to this. Like, it's hot, and those rings are unforgiving if you're a shooter. So if it's not a swish, then it's on to court 4 for that ball. So it's a fun tournament. But it's a huge day. So bring lots of Hydrolite and lots of sunscreen for sure.
Also, for everyone that is going to Lala, as of right now, we are giving everyone uniform, but we will send out a t-shirt color and a shorts color just in case that doesn't work out. But the plan is that we will give everyone kit to wear so that we all look like a team. Just so everyone knows. Does anyone else have any questions?
I have a question about the La La Land registration. So I'm maybe a little confused. Oh, sorry, this is David from Chicago as well. So I think I paid $20. And so did I register for a team or did I register for the training? My
So-
intention was to register for the training on the Sunday.
So are you not playing on the Saturday?
I am, but with Chicago.
Okay, that's fine. It was to cover like the whole weekend, so that's
Okay.
fine. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Also, bad decision. Boo. You should play with us. I'm
I
just
thought we
kidding.
were encouraged to play with our clubs.
No, you are. I'm just kidding. Does anybody else have any questions?
The rest of my questions are about workouts, which I think we're going to cover next week. Yeah. We're
Yeah.
going to talk through the packet. And then, yeah, question is about the Dubai teams has video check-in. So I was curious if that's like joining a Zoom like this, or if it's going to be setting up a tripod and recording workouts.
No, so the video check-in, we will send footage and then we'll require like feedback. So it's a way of us basically doing like a video session, but obviously we can't all sit down together and watch video. So we all get sent out the same video. And just for the Dubai people, just to hold them accountable, they'll be required to give a little bit of feedback just to make sure that we know people are watching it.
Okay.
Anybody else have any questions? Don't be shy if you do. You're also welcome to email us. But if nobody has any questions, I just want to thank everyone for coming. Obviously, we have launched a new program this year, and honestly, it's been amazing how many people have already been getting involved in everything, and we just want to continue. Everybody that is a part of this is part of something bigger and growing, obviously, the sport, but also the opportunities that are coming are super exciting. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for helping. Thank you for registering. Keep doing it, because like I said at the beginning, we have some of the most amazing coaches. So really, if you want to develop, like, this is the place that you want to be and you want to learn from these people. So anybody have anything last inputs before we leave?
Thank you, Chanel, for putting all of this together.
No, thank you.
Chanel's done a lot of hard work. As coaches, I don't know, I'm going to speak for Paula and Sarah by mistake, so you tell me if I'm telling porcupines, but we will endeavour to give individual feedback where we can after tournaments or after training sessions and things like that. So we'll touch base with each of you where we can, where possible, to let you know some feedback here or there. But if you have any questions, or you want us to watch you in a specific position at one of the tournaments or anything like that, please let us know, and don't be a stranger. You know, I've had a fair few people reach out on WhatsApp. It's my Australian number. I don't want to give it up yet. So reach out to me on WhatsApp if you want, or Paula or Sarah. We'd love to be able to help you, guide you through these next couple of tournaments. The Dubai team will send out a travel information pack that will cover off pretty much everything you should pack in your hand luggage, not your checked luggage, aka your uniform and shoes, and all sort of key things to do on the plane, and to make sure that you're ready and prepared for the following day, depending on when you're flying in. If you are going to Dubai, it might be a good idea to start looking at flights, because even my Alexa is probably listening to me right now and jacking up the price by $100. So but make sure you, if you've got and you're ready to go look at flights and book those, I think that would be smart. The sooner the better.
Yeah. Agreed. I've booked mine. I'm booked.
Okay.
When did you say we were going to get the links for the 3 links that you had in your PowerPoint? When are we going to get those?
Wait, what was the question?
The 3 links that you had in the PowerPoint.
I can put them in the chat now as well, but I can also email them out if that would be easier. Let me
Email would be easier for me, because I'm on my iPad and I really do lots of these things on my iPad.
Are we going to send a copy of the slides to everybody? Chanel?
Yes. So I'll do that. So I will put a copy of this. I'll email everyone, and then also I'll send out those links again. So everybody be on the lookout for an email. Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
See
Thank
you
you.
all soon.
Yeah. See you in September.
Yeah. See you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Thanks
Bye.
so much.
Uh,
Good evening.